Hello everybody, thank you for joining me again today. I'm Lee from thecraftyspark.co.uk and today, whoop, did that just go funny? Kind of, didn't it? Is it going to reflect? Yes. Hello everybody, thank you for joining me again today. I'm Lee from thecraftyspark.co.uk and today I have quite a special project for you. We're going to be using the envelope punch board. For starters, let me just turn that light off. That's better. We're going to be using the envelope punch board, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you in two videos, actually, not just one because it will be too long otherwise. But in two videos, I'm going to show you how to make a special gift card holder and envelope to go in this yummy scrummy tin. Now this tin is actually a CD tin, you see? And I bought this, in fact I bought a stack of these from a company called Tinware over here in the UK, and they supply tins to the trade, but they also very generously supply crafters with sample stuff. So instead of buying a huge big pack, you only need to buy like individual ones. So I bought myself a load of these. Obviously I appreciate not everybody's going to have one of these tins, but what I'm going to make will go inside the tin, so you don't necessarily have to use the tin because it'll be just as good even if you don't. All right, so don't think, oh, that's it, I haven't got one, can't do it. Yes, you can. Right, now, I have got two birthdays coming up. I have my son and my, hopefully, because he's lovely, future son-in-law. Now, this particular one I'm doing today is for my sonny. And what I'm using, obviously because he's a man, is the Going Global set and the papers that go with it, which as you can see I've been riffling through and made a big mess of. Going Global has got to be one of the best man sets ever. I love it. I really hope it's going to carry forward into the next annual catalogue because it's fantastic. It's been a winner chicken dinner without a doubt. So this is the one we're going to be using, and the paper. But to start with, we're going to actually make the envelope bit itself. Now, what I've done is I've got some Lost Lagoon cardstock to begin with, and I've cut this to measure 7 7/8 by 7 7/8, which is 20 centimetres square. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch it at 3 3/4, which is 9.5 centimetres. Okay, so whoop, you have to punch it, don't you? Let's do that again. Right, punch it, score it. That's a good start. Oh, punching and scoring it and punching it and scoring it. Now, if you're making envelopes out of card, you could stick them like a standard envelope, or you could leave them open and put a magnet or a belly band or something like that on it. For today, I'm actually going to be using a magnet, I think. Let's get rid of those bits. Yeah, I think I'm going to use a magnet. Right, put that to one side because I don't need that for the minute. Now then, hang on, I just got to hang on 1 minute. Where's my bone folder gone? I just put it back, didn't I? That's where it's gone. It's there. Ah, I'll be dangerous with a brain. Right, never mind. So, score and fold. Score and fold. And score and fold. And another fold. So there we go. So there's our envelope. Oops, it's a bit rough, that edge. Let's pick that off. That's actually our envelope that's going to be going into the box. All right, now I have got my little magnets that I always use, my little craft magnets, tucked away in my drawer. Come on, magnets, out you come. Have I got 2 there? Yeah, I've got 2. I have to try not to lose them. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what I did last time and actually stick them on my scissors. Where have my scissors gone? Oh, it's a disaster, isn't it? Where's my scissors? There we go, they'll do. Right, stick them on your scissors. You can't lose them then, you see, because you always find your scissors. Unless you're me and you lose those as well, but hey, what the hell. Right, so ta-da. Now I've got all sorts of bits and pieces here. I have got vellum, I've got these, what are they called, candy dots, embossing powder. We're going to do some stamping, we're going to do some punching, we're going to do some more cutting and sticking. Right, first of all, there we go, I'll get myself organised. First thing I did was I embossed this piece of Very Vanilla cardstock, and I did that using the embossing folder that actually goes with this whole set. Everything that you're going to need, by the way, I'm going to put in the blog post that will go with this video, which you'll find just underneath the post, the video rather. All right, so don't think, oh, I've missed that bit. You're fine, you'll get it. So this piece of cardstock I've cut already and embossed it to go on the front there like that. All right, and that measures, what does it measure? 5 inches by 4.5 inches. All right, so that's going to sit on the front. In fact, tell you what, I'm going to open it out so that it's flat, and then it'll be easier to work with then, won't it? Right, what am I looking for now? Blah, 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 blah. I know, double-sided tape. That's what I want. Now, I'm using this instead of snail simply because I did some embossing the other day on a card, and I stuck it on with snail, and where I'd pushed on the back to run the snail runner, I'd actually flattened some of the embossing. So I'm actually gonna put this one on with the double-sided tape instead, otherwise I'll end up with flat embossing again. Now I know you have to sort of push down on it to be able to stick it down. You can't really avoid that, can you? But the less pushing down on it, obviously the better it's going to be. Now let's just here we go, here we go, try and pull all the bits off. Now you could, if you wanted to, leave a couple of these corners on. I'll show you how. Just makes it easier for lining up. All right, so what I've done is I've taken off this corner here, and the opposite corner I'm just going to peel off, she says, just a bit like that. All right, because I'm going to use that to help me line it up. Really what I should have done was left that one on as well, but never mind, it will go like that, you see, and it just makes it a bit easier. I'll show you how to do that properly another day though, because I didn't actually do that properly at all, did I? As I'm sure those of you sitting at home watching this thinking, that's not how you do it. I know, I know, I haven't had enough coffee yet today. Right, there we go, one world. Now on top of that, punch, that's what I want. Hang on, doing my usual whiz across the room to grab my punch. There we go. Now, what did I say that measured? 5 inches, didn't I? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this piece of Lost Lagoon patterned paper. I'm going to cut it to 5 inches, which is what, just over 12 centimetres, by 2 inches, which is 5 centimetres, like that. So that's actually now the same length as that, but when I punch it, it's going to take a bit off the end. Oh, there's a bit of the paper's glue on that edge. Hang on, let's just pick that off. a minute. There we go. Is that better? Is it gone? Is there an easy way of getting this stuff off the edge? Does the adhesive remover work? Does anybody know? Let me know if you've got a little trick, won't you? Because I'm sure there's an easy way of doing it. Right, what am I doing? Oh yes, I'm going to punch that, aren't I? That's what I'm doing. I'll stick that in there and I'm going to punch it. And because I've punched it, can you see it's actually gone a bit shorter on that in there? Yeah? Excellent. Now, the other thing I'm going to put on there, or things, because it's plural, I've got some of this. What's this called? I can't think what it's called. Burlap ribbon. That's what it's called. Oh, right, I'm just going to cut the end of that off. Whoops, let's get it around the right way. Actually, I need my snips for this. I try and keep my snips. Oops, sorry, I just hit the tripod. I try and keep my snips for ribbons. If you can, keep a set of scissors. Whoops, I've nearly done it the wrong way. Keep a set of scissors specifically for ribbons. You will find that they cut much better and they last much longer as well. Right, so that's going to go on there, and then we'll put that kind of there. So I need to just snip a bit off the end of that. What did that start as? Do you know what? I've got no idea. It was about that long, wasn't it? So however long that long was. Right, that's going on there. I'm trying to make it nice and textured, you see. That's what I'm going for here. So that's going to go onto there. Now then. Oh, the other thing I'm going to do, just before I start sticking this down, again, another piece of the designer series paper from the Going Places, but this time I'm going to use my scallop punch. Now, I don't want a scallop, I want a star, so I'm going to show you how to do it. What you do is, first of all, let's get near the edge so I don't waste too much. Just punch out your scallop. All right. Now, as I've already said, this is a man card. It's not a girl card, so I need man stuff. Now, punch out your scallop and then shuffle through all the rubbish on your desk, like I'm doing, to try and find your post-it notes. Ta-da! There they are. You want a big post-it note because you want to be able to hold it. On the sticky side, pop it on like that so you can hold it, because what we're going to do is we're going to put it back in the punch. But this time, let me stand up so I can make sure you can see it in the camera. What I'm going to do, that was where it originally went. You see that? I'm trying to stay in focus here. That's it. So I'm just going to turn it slightly. It's a bit fiddly, you see. So that, dear me, come on. What I'm trying to do is get those points lined up in the centre of each of those little ridges. About there, is that it? There-ish. Almost, hang on. We're nearly there, we're nearly there. It takes a little while to line it up because obviously you want to make it look nice. Right, there we go. Can you see how, there's my pointy thing. I've got that point sort of in the middle of that round bit. See it? Now if I punch that again, get rid of that because I don't need that. Get rid of them, don't need them. Get rid of all that soot because don't need all that confetti everywhere. But I've left with a star instead of a scallop. See? Quite clever that, isn't it? Right, so there's my star. That has got stars on it as well, which is really cool. So that can go, that's going to go like that. All right. Now then, I can start sticking this down. Okay, what should we use to stick? I think because it's embossed, I'm actually going to use fast fuse to make sure this does actually stick properly. Whoop. Yeah, not quite getting my flick bit right there, am I, on my fast fuse? Never mind. Right, so I want that there. That's going to be kind of there because I want to be able to see just a little bit at the bottom. So I'm going to put that just over halfway, I think. Yeah, just over the halfway mark. Yes, that's it. And then I can put this one on as well. So that one will go, oh, it's very sticky now, isn't it? Duh, obviously, because you put your fast fuse on the bag. So that's going to go there. Now, with the burlap ribbon, I'm going to put some double-sided tape on that. In fact, you know what? I'm going to use one of my strong double-sided tapes because burlap is quite heavyweight, isn't it? So let's put this one on quite firmly just to make sure it stays in place. It usually does. It's usually pretty good, but you never know. This is being made for a man. Men aren't quite so gentle sometimes, are they, as us girlies? Right, pull that off. If you get a bit of fraying on the end, don't worry about it. Just pull it off. Once you've pulled off one thread, that's usually it. You don't usually get any more coming off. Unless, obviously, you pull them off on purpose. But that one is enough for me for now. So that's going to go there. That's it. There. Right, now what should we do next? I know what I'm going to do next. I'm going to emboss this. Now, I should have actually said at the beginning, this design is taken from a couple of designs that I found when I was hunting around on Pinterest. I'll tell you, Pinterest has got the most, whoops, wrong one, amazing amount of inspiration. If ever you're stuck, go on there. I could waste hours and hours on Pinterest. Not always the best place for me to be because I do tend to get sidetracked very, very easily. But where's my Versamark? There it is. It really is. There is so much inspiration on there. It's ridiculous. Right, I'm putting lots and lots and lots and lots of Versamark on this. As you can see, make sure I've got loads on there. And I'm going to stamp on here. There we are. You probably can't see that, I know, but I have actually missed a spot in the middle of Africa there. Well, that's annoying, isn't it? Hang on, let me do that again. This is where the Misty comes in fantastic. If you haven't got one, get a Misty. They're brilliant. In fact, I should probably be using a Misty now, and then that wouldn't happen, would it? But I'm well aware that not everybody has one, so I want to make sure you can all do it without a Misty as well as with a Misty. Right, this time I'm going to stand up so that I can push down properly. There we go. That's better. Right, what do I want now? Some scrap paper. Hang on. You don't want to see that. That's got all sorts of rubbish written on it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, I know what I could use. I've got another card base here from what I was going to start working on later. I'll put that on there. And then I can chuck all my white embossing powder all over it. There we go. That's it, isn't it? Get rid of all those extra little bits that I don't want. Now, if you just heard a snort then, that was my dog. Molly has come in, and as always, she's laying on the floor behind me, and she's just starting to snore. So it's not me doing bottom burps or whatever you might think I'm doing. It's the dog. Oh, right, let's emboss this. Fingers in your ears. It's going to get loud. When you're embossing on vellum, if you emboss from behind, it helps to stop your vellum curling. It will do a little bit, obviously you can't avoid it, but it just helps to stop it happening. Vellum's quite delicate really, and it's already quite brittle, so the last thing you really want is it curling too much because it will just ruin it. There we are. One weld. Now that is going to have a 2.5 inch punch on that one. Oh, got the embossing sponge all over the place. Ah, what a surprise. Oh, about the crafty spark. Maybe I should have called myself the messy crafter. That might have been a better description, wouldn't it? Hey ho, never mind. There we go. One weld. Let's put that up there. Put that in the bin. Now, that's going to go on there. What else do I want? Oh, I want another 2.5 inch circle punch. Circle, that's... oh, not quite big enough. Hang on, let me get another bit. This is early espresso. This one. So I'm going to... 2.5 inch punch of that. Just put that back. I'm trying really, really hard to be tidy. I'm failing really, really well at it as well. Shh, don't tell anybody. Right, early espresso ink. And this time, let's get another block. I'm going to do the compass. There we are. So ink that up. And that is going to go on there. Like that. Where can I put this? Oh, my Stampin' Scrub's in the cupboard. I'll leave it over there. Right, what else do I want? Oh, I'm going to happy birthday. Let's do a happy birthday as well. For that, I'm actually going to use the Lost Lagoon ink, but I'm going to use this tin of cards because I like this set. I think this is really nice. Oh, look. Oh, it's there. I was going to say, oh, I'm missing one, but I'm not. That's all right. Happy birthday. Right, what am I going to put that on? There we go. Let's put that on very vanilla as well, I think. And I'm going to stamp that in my Lost Lagoon. Ugh, that's made a big mess on there. Let's hope this stamp's all right. Oh dear, the stamp's rather dirty. Hang on a minute. No, that's going to make a big old mess. Right, let me just get the Stampin' Scrub out. Wait a minute. There it is. It wasn't actually that far away, really, was it? Let's clean my stamp properly. That would help, wouldn't it? Right, let's do that again. Do you know what else would be useful? If I use my stamping mat, because I'm using a photopolymer stamp, aren't I? Right, let's pop that on there and hope I'm not going to make a mess. I've just seen there's a bit of toot still on my stamp. Poop. I think that's actually come off the stamp pad. You know what that means, don't you? That means a small child has been playing in my craft room. I always know when they've been playing in my craft room because things get incredibly messy that I know damn well I have not messed up. Like bits of toot on my ink pads. I come in here the other day, got the black ink pad out, and it had gold glitter all over it. That was an interesting one. Especially when I said to one of my sons, did you do that? He was like, no, I didn't do that. While he's saying it, he's got a lovely glittery complexion going on. It's like, oh really? You sure? No, I didn't touch it, Mummy. I don't believe you. Bless him. He did enjoy himself though, I'm sure. Right, so 2-inch punch. Let's punch that happy birthday out. Do you know what? I'm going to go slightly up. Just a little bit, not a lot. I'm going to put that sentiment near the top because I've also got my star over here. I've just noticed from my Itty Bitty Accents punch set. And I'm going to just punch out, if you bear with me a second, a little gold star. Hang on. I thought I had some gold somewhere on my desk. Maybe I don't. Oh well. I've got plenty over here. I'll use some of this. Come here. There we go. One gold star. Now we'll want glue dots to put that star on. Right, so if we pop that on there. Happy birthday, it's your birthday, happy birthday. Enough of that. Little bit of glue on back there. Right, let's pop that on there. There we go. Right, so that can go on there. That needs punching out still, doesn't it? 2-inch punch on that one. So line it up, punch it out. Now you notice I did actually leave it sitting there for a little while, only so that when I did use it and punched it out, you'd be able to see the colour properly. Because with the AliEspresso, when you first when you first stamp, it's incredibly dark and you can't really see the colour. But with the card, I suppose you can, can't you? Yeah, of course you can. But it is actually a really, really nice colour. Right, I want to put a little centre dot in the middle of that. So let's get one of these out. Now, what colour should I put in there? Vanilla one, I suppose? Or should we go for a dark one? What do you think? I could go for dark. But no, I think we should go for the very vanilla one, shouldn't we, really? So that can just sit very nicely, thank you very much. Just in the centre there. It's good, isn't it? I love the way these fit in there. They're really good. Work really well. Right, let's pop that back in there. Now, I need a hole in the centre of that. So, this is my stick a hole in it one, as you can see. I just poke a hole in the middle there and then just pop that through. Oh yes, I like that. That looks nice. There, that's good. Move that back out the way. Oh, I've bent that round a bit too hard, haven't I? It's made all the card curl up. That's better. Now, coming back to this, you need to be a bit careful when you're sticking vellum, because vellum, being the lovely stuff it is see-through. So, as you can see on here, there's actually quite a few spots where we could put a sticky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use those as the places to put glue dots, because I find that glue dots holds vellum really nicely. So let's put the glue dots where it's not going to be seen, like that. So I've got quite a few on there, and let's just put one more, I think. There we go. Oh, no, that didn't come off. That's it. Right. Now that's going to go, I kind of want to offset that on that one. Should we go under there like that? Actually, yeah, let's go under there. Let's pull that off a little bit. Whoops. And I've torn it, but it's all right because it's going to be covered up again. So if we go kind of there. Yeah, that looks good. Let's put that back over there. There we go. Excellent, because that's held it down as well. Made it even more secure. Super duper. I was keen on that bit though. Shall I move it over? I think it might be too late to move over. Oh, no, it's going to be too late to move over. Oh, never mind. It'll be okay. It's okay. I can go with that. Yes, that's what I'll do actually. If I put that there and then put that one there, that's kind of... it's covered up that anyway, isn't it? Which isn't what I was really aiming for, but oh well, never mind. I've got the texture on there, which is what I was going for. I suppose you can still see a bit of it there, so it would make more sense if I covered that bit up, wouldn't it? Like that. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Right. Let's put some glue on that. So that can go on that end bit there. Just hold that on for a sec. Where's this one going to go? That was going to go about there, wasn't it? So, do you know what that could do with the dimensional on the back of it, couldn't it? And that top half. Where's my dimensionals done? There we are. Yeah. Because it's sort of sitting on top of that burlap, isn't it? So... yeah, that's it. That'll do fine. Take that off. And then if I put some Tombow. Tombow's great because it's so super sticky. It really is great glue. I've got to be honest, when I first started using it, I hated it. Isn't it strange? I think I'm a bit of a creature of habit like most of us are. That's what it is. Just could not get on with that. I used to get covered in it. All over my hands, all over my work. Oh, it used to drive me insane. I'm just going to put another dimensional under there. But now I've got used to it. Like I say, I love it. Great stuff. There we go. That's it. Oh, yeah. I like that. I like that. I like that. Now, I'm going to show you a little trick here. See, this is actually going to be the front, obviously, as I said. So that's going to be folded up like that, and that's then going to sit in the tin. But turning it over, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to stick it down as an envelope is ordinarily stuck down. As I said, I'm going to put a magnet under there. What I want, I haven't done this before, so this is a first for me, but what I want to use this one, and I want to have that sort of as a triangle there. But I also want it to be as a triangle up there. So, I had a little practice, I must admit. I wasn't that brave. But I think I've got this right. So, this is just one of the sheets that I've cut down to 5 5/8. Which is, how big is that? That is about 14.3. Yeah, so 14.3 millimeters. Now the first thing I'm going to do is cut it in half. So it needs to be cut just about 1 millimeter over 7 centimeters, which is, for those that go in inches, 2 3/4 and 1/16. I'm not sure what that comes out to. That's where it's got to be. Right, so I've now got 2 pieces. Okay, one of them, do I need to turn one upside down? You see, that's going to go on there like that. So that one will need to go, yes, because I need to cut it out the other way. Right, okay, so of your 2 pieces that you've got, turn one of them upside down. Then put them on top of each other. Okay, grab yourself a pencil and mark, it would be black, wouldn't it? hang on, where's my white pencil? Turn it over and mark on the back halfway along. So what did I say halfway was? Can't remember now. It's just a smudgy over, wasn't it? Yeah, so it will be, yeah, there. Now, I don't know, you probably can't actually see that because it's dark, but I've made a little white pencil mark just there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up that centre mark and the corner. So I've still got two pieces together, one up the right way, one upside down. And I'm going from that centre point that I just marked right into the corner. All right, so from the centre to the corner. Cut that side off, and then the same again on the other side. So from the centre to the corner. Can you hear that barking? Did you hear that? Oh, she's stopped now. She's dreaming and barking in her sleep. Crazy dog. Oh, I love her. Right, there we go. So now, let's see if it worked. So, what way up's it going? We're going up that way. Yes, it did. Look, because that one is going to go that side. Oh, yes, it worked. It worked. Yay, that's going to go that side. Oh, I'm so pleased with myself. Right, all I need to do now is I just need to trim off these edges, don't I? So where do they need to be trimmed? Pencil, please. About there and about there. No, I'm not going to measure it. It's about 1/4 of an inch if you do want to measure it. There or thereabouts anyway. Oh, look, magnets are stuck both scissors together now. That was weird. Right, so I'm just going to snip off that corner and snip off that corner, and with any luck, it's going to fit. Is it going to fit? It's going to fit. It's going to fit. Oh, yes, indeedy. It fits. It fits. It fits. It fits. It fits. Oh, did it? I did it. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, where's my envelope punch board again? I just want to round off that end. Oh, I didn't want to lean on that though, did I? It's going to round it off just so that it matches. There we go. Super duper. Right. Oh, sit back down in my chair. Now, snail balls. There's my snail. Before I put those on, I'm going to stick my magnets on. Now, glue dots, where did you go? Where did you go? These are so strong, it's ridiculous. Right. Be careful when you're putting your glue dots on, putting your magnets on, because magnets have poles, don't they? You need to make sure you get them up the right way, because if you don't, they are not going to stick together. They're actually going to repel each other rather than sticking to each other. Now I just need to try. It's going to be a bit tricky to line up because I want it covered, but I also need to be able to stick round it. So it's kind of, you see, I want to hide it. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to hide it though, because it's a bit too close to the edge, isn't it, really? No, I don't know. I might get away with it. Not so sure I'm going to get away with it on the bottom one, but we'll have a try, shall we? Let's have a try. Let's have a try. So I'm going to put, first of all, a glue dot on the back of that one. And then, is that up the right way? Yep. Let's just check. Yep. So I'm actually going to put glue. I usually would just put double-sided tape to hold this on, but because I actually want to make sure it's going to go around that magnet, I'm going to glue it. And I'm actually going to put a little bit more than normal just on that tip bit, because as you probably know, when you get paper wet, it expands. It soaks up the moisture, which is brilliant because it's going to soak into that, which will make it stretch a little bit when I put it over this magnet, and it will hold itself in place better. It helps cover up the magnet. There we go. Now the glue dot, obviously being on the back, is now stuck to the underside of that piece of designer series paper as well. So that is another sort of security measure, if you like, for want of a better word. And hopefully I'm going to be able to stick that. If I just hold it there for a few seconds, it will sort of hold itself onto that magnet properly, around the magnet. There we go, look. Can you see it's stretched around the magnet, but it's also stuck down and covered it all. Yeah? I've got a bit of extra glue on there. Hold on. Let's just rub that off. This is just one of our adhesive remover rubbers. Great stuff it is. There we go, that's it. Right, so I've done that side. I just need to do the same on this side. But this time I'm actually going to stick my glue dot to this bit, because then it will hold in place where I need it to go, whilst I actually cover it up with its triangle. Let's see if I can get the glue dot off the actual pokey tool. So that'll go around there like that. So if I push down, come on, there we go, look. So that's now stuck in place. And I know that that is in the perfect spot to line up with this end. See? Lovely. Now I want to make sure that I put that round that way, don't I? Right, that's it. Sorry, having a little chat with myself there while I line things up again. So a bit more glue. Whoops, not that much. That side. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. And like I said, I'm going to put a little bit extra just on that tip so that that paper stretches for me nicely when I put it over my magnet. There we go. And then I can line that one up as well. Now, obviously, if you wanted to, you could actually cover these two as well. But I'm today just going to be doing the top and the bottom on these ones, this particular one. I've done them in the past, so I've actually put them all over, on all corners. But we're just going to go on these corners. That's stuck, I think. Yeah, there we go. So that will now hold itself closed. All right. Now, just to finish off, I'm just going to put a piece of the paper just on that inside panel there, just to make it look interesting. Whoops. Which one should we use? What colour? What have we got on the front? We've got that one actually. We could use the stars, I suppose. Or what else is in there? Or what about we continue the mountain theme, but have just the darker mountains? That would match, wouldn't it? Yeah. Let's put that in there. Right, how big does that need to be? I can't remember the size now. Is it 4.5 by 5 or something? No. Oh, hang on, yeah, 5 by... Genius! 5 by 4.5. That was inches, by the way. So 5 by 4.5. There we go. Right, now I want my snail. There's my snail. Here you go, little snail. I remembered you. You don't have to flick your snail like I'm doing, but it just reminds me that when I use fast fuse, I have to flick it. Because I'm still getting the hang of my fast fuse. It's only been around for years and years and years, but I'm still getting the hang of it. Right, so that's got to go up that way. So that will just sit inside there. Just adds a little bit of interest on the inside, really. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, obviously. You could stamp happy birthday in there. You could put stamps in there. Whatever you want to do. But I'm just going to leave it like that. So that is the case. Or the envelope, rather. This is the case. And that is going to sit in there. Like that, and inside there will be the fancy gift card holder that I'm going to show you in the next video. What do you think? Looks quite good, doesn't it? I'm very pleased with that. I'm really pleased with how that came out. Right, well that's it for this video. Like I said, everything that I've done, everything that I've used will all be on the blog post that goes alongside this video. You can find the link for that just underneath the video. All right. Click on that link, it'll take you through to my blog post. You have a list of everything that you need, and you'll be able to click on each item and it will take you straight to my shop as well. So you'll go straight through. You don't need to go hunting for anything. Nice and easy. You can just click on it, add it to your basket, and you're done. Finished. Sorted. And you can make one of these lovely projects as well. All right. So that's today's video. The next one, I'm going to be showing you the card. Now, it's quite a special card, and it's not one I've ever done before. So I'm just hoping and praying that it is actually going to work out all right, because if it doesn't, it's going to be a disaster, isn't it? Oh, well, we'll see. But thank you for joining me again today, and I will see you again very, very soon. See you later. Bye.